Good evening. Death row inmate Ralph Menzies will have a new multi-day competency hearing in December.
This comes after Utah Supreme Court stepped in last month to halt his execution just days before he was set to face the firing squad. KSL investigator Daniela Rivera has been following this case. She joins us now with the news from the newsroom with the latest. Daniela?
Well, that's right. Between now and the start of that hearing on December 9th, several mental health professionals will evaluate Menzies' mental state and prepare reports on whether he's competent enough to be executed. Menzies is sentenced to death in the 1986 kidnapping and murder of Maureen Hunsaker. Nearly 4 decades later, it's unclear whether that sentence will be carried out. Despite having vascular dementia, a progressive and terminal illness, Menzies was found competent enough to be executed last year, but his attorneys pushed for another evaluation, saying his condition had declined significantly, and Utah's Supreme Court ordered one to ensure carrying out his execution would be constitutional. Matt Hunsaker, the victim's son, says this continued legal limbo is taking a toll on his family.
I know that where we're at, it is what it is, and I have no faith. I will be honest, say I have no faith moving forward, and that's where it's at.
Menzies' attorneys have said over and over he's confused, in a wheelchair, and tethered to an oxygen tank. But today he appeared remotely without the supplemental oxygen he usually has with him in court. We asked about it. One of his attorneys said Menzies' medical records document a critical need for supplemental oxygen. They're not sure why he wasn't receiving that during today's hearing. A spokesperson for the Department of Corrections said they cannot comment on medical information. The state has also filed a motion asking that Menzies' prison phone call recordings be removed from the court's protective order. They argue the contents of the calls conflict with statements Menzies' attorneys have made about his mental capacity and that the public should get to hear them. No word yet on whether the judge will agree. Mike and Deanie.
You can see just how frustrated the Hunsaker family is here. All right, thank you very much.